Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's the old guy Jack here. What you're going to see here coming up is what I went through to get some turn signals to work. Working on Byron's bike here. I went to clear my bench off so I could get his forks up there. And there was a couple of things that I thought maybe I could just get him out of my way. He had a set of turn signals that go to another bike of his. It's a DT400. The one I'm working on is a DT250. So I went over and I opened up the box and I started looking at them, and they looked a little rough. So I took a screwdriver and tried to get the lenses off of them. And I think 4 out of 8 screws broke trying to get the lenses off, and that was a problem. But when I got inside, I noticed that there was a lot of rust around the sockets and so on. And I just put the whole turn signals, all 4 of them, into my 3-gallon bucket of Evaporust. And I let them sit there for, I don't know, 2-3 days. 2, I guess, days. And I came out, and 3 of them didn't look too bad, but they didn't look too good either. So I went to work, and I got out my Dremel and little wire brushes and tried to clean up the sockets. The sockets is the big problem, because if you don't get all that rust out of there, they won't make a good ground. And usually the center pin is not a big problem, but the rust on the steel outer part of the socket itself is a problem. So I got my Dremel in there, and we got that all cleaned up, and tried to free up a few things, took a few more screws out from the inside and took some parts off, and let the Evaporust get in. I took some small parts off of the rear tail lights. It's a little clamp that holds the socket in place. So I got those out, and I put them in a bowl of Evaporust to soak some more. And I cleaned everything up real well, and I put a bulb in it. There was 2 of them that had bulbs in it. One of them I had to break it to get it out, and the other one finally loosened up, and I got it out. So the cleanup went pretty well, and I put well, you watch the video and you'll see what I did. So I ran into some more problems. I still got a problem with 2 of the lens screws are still busted off in there, and I've got a special M3 tap coming to take care of those, and a drill bit to go with it. But they're such tiny little screws. M3s are not very big. The hard part is finding the center of the screw to drill the hole out. But we'll manage somehow. We'll get it all fixed up. So here it is. Enjoy. Well, let's see. These turn signals that Byron got were in pretty bad shape. So I let Evaporust work on them for a few days. Everything was corroded inside of here. And then I used a Dremel on them with a wire brush. And then I got the old bulbs out, in those that had old bulbs in them. And then you can see, probably, that one's working. We gotta redo our ground wire here. Oops, that won't work. Come on, Jack, you can figure this out. That one's not working. Oh, you know why? Because I've got the ground off on that. I'll have to do the same on the other one. There's some parts that need to be put back on it yet. There's a little, I don't know what you call it, clamp that goes over the top of this, and it makes sure that the ground is tied to the ground out here. So if we tie these wires together, all right, both wires are connected now, right? Nope, the other one's sitting in my hand. All right, touch it here, and it works. All right, so that's two. Let's put this on here, touch this here, and that one works. So all three of these work. This one, on the other hand, this was the worst. It's actually even got holes that are rotted through, whatever this is, pot metal, or I don't think it's really steel, but it's corroded real bad. It's actually got holes in it. Of course, we can fix that with some JB Weld. I see, oh, I don't know, half a dozen holes there already. But thing is, I can't get the bulb to lock in down there, and I don't know exactly why. It goes in okay, but it won't lock in. Wait, it just did. All right. Just got to have a little patience, I guess. And this is the fourth one. When I touch this to ground, nothing happens. Did I put it on the right one? I did. Green, green. It's green, they say, on the far side of the hill. Green, green, I'm going away to where the grass is greener still. Bulb's good. So the socket itself is bad on this one. I was lucky on a couple of these. The screws came out of them. I was not so lucky on this one. And the only thing I can do there is I can grind this down flat and try to get a good center mark on it and drill it out. I've got a M3 tap coming, and some 2.5 millimeter bits So the 2.5 is the proper drill bit for the 3mm tap, and maybe I can redo that. If not, like some of these are in terrible shape. This one is all corroded down here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's pretty well corroded. So I think what I can do is scratch this up a bit and put some JB Weld, a blob of it, over the top of it, and create a whole new hole for it there. But this one I don't think is going to make much difference. Can't get it out of there. I'm going to go up and look. I may have one of these up there, or parts of it that I can use. Well, by golly, look what I found up in my stash. Got a pretty short wire on it, but I think we can make do with that. Let me see if I can scrape that down a bit. And this has got two good lens cap screw holes in it too. Wow, it's the only one I got. I have no idea where it came from. All right, let's see if it works. There's that one. And there's that one. How about that? It works. So we got a full set of signals. And let's see, we need to, this might be able to get this screw out. That would be nice. That would mean I only have two screws to get out. This one and one in one of the rear ones. I don't think that's actually moving the screw in there, but it might be. Let's I don't have much faith in PB Blaster loosening these up. This is not steel. I'm not sure what it is. This one's had a bath. This one doesn't need one, it simply needs a wire. This has got a green, so this one will have to be brown. But this one's got some rust on it. So I'm going to throw this in the Evaporust. Leave it there for a while. Put the lid back on it. And then, how are we going to get that out of there? It surely doesn't want to come out. I guess I'll try some PB Blaster. Let's give it just a touch more. It's turning. Yep. That's going to come out. If I don't do something stupid. What do you think? Can I get by without doing something stupid? I don't know. It's tough. I think it's coming out. Can't tell for sure. Tedious. Bingo! That little puppy is out of there. Now the other side, there's probably not a snowball's chance in hell that I can get a hold of that. We'll try, but I don't think so. Nope. That one's going to have to be drilled out, tapped. Did you ever have that song that just keeps bouncing around in your head and you only know about one verse to it, but you just can't get rid of it? Well, I told my mama on the day I was born, don't you cry when you see I'm gone, 'cause I'm just a good loving traveling man. And I gotta keep moving on. These are metric screws, but I don't think they're JIS. But I just happen to have a little tiny JIS driver. And yes, I believe they're a little bit too long. That one's in. Perfect. Maybe I should leave it in. No, then it'll get busted. Let's make sure these are all clean. one's good. Going right in. I should have looked for a flat bottom tap to clean these out with, shouldn't I? But I didn't. We got these, this entire set, I think off eBay. And the nice part is they got the mounting brackets and all the correct hardware here and correct wires actually on both of the rears. Notice the brown wires are longer than the green wires by design, so we can hook those up with all the proper. That one looks bent. That might need a little massaging. I don't know. This one's bent in two ways, on two planes. It's kind of like that, and it's kind of like that. So we'll have to massage these parts, but they're there. They're not chrome, so we don't need to worry too much about them. And the front one, this one seems to be okay. This will be the green one I said. And we got one pin or one busted off screw here. So then the other one in the Evaporust down there, both of those screw holes are clear, so we only got 2 screw holes to wallow out here. So that's not bad at all.